Join me as I explore whether prayer can really boost my confidence and self-worth. Can I transform my mindset just by praying? Let's find out. Prayer is something that has been a part of my life for a while, and I've always been fascinated by its potential to impact our mental and emotional well-being. I've heard stories of people who have found strength and comfort in prayer during difficult times, and I've experienced it myself. But can prayer really give us the confidence to boost our self-worth? That's what I want to explore in this video. I think we've all been there at some point or another, feeling uncertain, insecure, and just plain unsure of ourselves. We might look at others and think they have it all together, but the truth is, we're all struggling with something. And that's where prayer comes in. For me, prayer is a way to connect with something bigger than myself, to find guidance and wisdom when I need it most. It's a way to calm my mind and soothe my heart, and to remind myself that I'm not alone. But can it really give us the confidence to overcome our self-doubt and boost our self-worth? As I delve deeper into this topic, I'm realizing that prayer is not just about asking for things we want or need, it's about cultivating a deeper sense of self-awareness and understanding. It's about recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, and being honest with ourselves about where we need to grow. And it's about trusting that we have the power to make positive changes in our lives. When we pray, we're not just talking to some higher power, we're also talking to ourselves, reminding ourselves of our worth and our value. I'm excited to explore this topic further, and to share some of my own experiences with you. I believe that prayer has the power to transform our lives, and I want to show you how it can do the same for you. Whether you're a seasoned prayer warrior or just starting out, I hope you'll join me on this journey of discovery. We'll explore the ways in which prayer can boost our confidence and self-worth, and we'll look at some real-life examples of people who have experienced this for themselves. I've had my fair share of struggles with self-doubt and confidence. There have been times when I felt like I just wasn't good enough, like I was stuck in a rut and couldn't get out. But then I started praying, really praying, and things began to shift. I started to see myself in a new light, to recognize my strengths and abilities, and to trust that I had the power to make positive changes in my life. It wasn't always easy, of course, there were still times when I felt uncertain and unsure. But with prayer, I had a sense of peace and calm that I'd never experienced before. I think we can all relate to feeling like we're just not good enough. We compare ourselves to others, we focus on our weaknesses, and we forget to celebrate our strengths. But what if we could flip that script? What if we could start to see ourselves in a more positive light, to focus on our strengths and abilities, and to trust that we have the power to make a difference in the world? That's what prayer can do for us. It can give us a new perspective, a fresh outlook, and a sense of confidence that we never thought possible. We've all heard the phrase prayer changes things, but what does that really mean? How can prayer actually change our lives, and what role does it play in boosting our confidence and self-worth? For me, prayer is not just about changing my circumstances, it's about changing my perspective. It's about seeing the world in a new light, and recognizing the opportunities and possibilities that are available to me. When I pray, I'm not just asking for things to change, I'm asking to be changed myself. I've talked to so many people who have experienced the transformative power of prayer in their lives. They've shared with me their stories of struggle and triumph, of doubt and faith, and of how prayer has helped them to overcome their challenges and achieve their goals. And what struck me is the common thread that runs through all of these stories, the sense of confidence and self-worth that comes from praying. When we pray, we're not just talking to God, we're also talking to ourselves, reminding ourselves of our value and our worth. As I've been praying and reflecting on my own life, I've started to notice some interesting patterns. I've realized that when I'm feeling anxious or unsure, prayer helps me to calm down and focus. It gives me a sense of clarity and purpose, and reminds me of what's truly important. And when I'm feeling confident and self-assured, prayer helps me to stay grounded and humble. It reminds me that my confidence and self-worth come from a deeper place, a place of faith and trust. One of the things that's really struck me about prayer is its ability to shift our focus. When we're feeling anxious or uncertain, it's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and worries. But prayer helps us to look beyond ourselves, to focus on something greater than our own fears and doubts. It reminds us that we're not alone, that there's a power and a presence in the world that's bigger than we are. And that's a really liberating feeling, to know that we don't have to carry the weight of the world on our own shoulders. I've been reading a lot about the science behind prayer, and it's fascinating to see how it can actually impact our brains and our bodies. Studies have shown that prayer can lower our blood pressure, reduce our stress levels, and even boost our immune systems. And when it comes to our mental health, prayer can be a powerful tool for reducing anxiety and depression. It's not just about feeling better, though, it's about actually changing our lives. For me, prayer is not just about reciting words or following a formula, it's about cultivating a deeper sense of awareness and connection. It's about paying attention to my thoughts and feelings, and being honest with myself about what I need and what I want. And it's about trusting that I have the power to make positive changes in my life, to create the life I want to live. When I pray, I'm not just talking to God, I'm also talking to myself, reminding myself of my strengths and my abilities. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about prayer is that it has to be formal or structured. We might think that we need to use certain words or phrases, or that we need to pray at a certain time or in a certain place. But the truth is, prayer can be as simple as taking a deep breath and saying help. It can be as easy as paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, and being honest with ourselves about what we need. And it can be as powerful as transforming our lives, and helping us to find the confidence and self-worth we've been searching for. As I've been exploring the connection between prayer and self-worth, I've started to realize just how deeply intertwined they are. When we pray, we're not just asking for things, we're also cultivating a sense of self-awareness and self-acceptance. We're learning to see ourselves in a new light, to recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and to trust that we have the power to make positive changes in our lives. And that's a really powerful thing, to know that we have the ability to transform our own lives, and to create the life we want to live. I've been thinking a lot about the role of gratitude in prayer, and how it can help us to shift our focus and cultivate a more positive mindset. When we pray, we're not just asking for things, we're also expressing our gratitude for what we already have. We're recognizing the good things in our lives, and trusting that there's more to come. And that's a really powerful way to live, to focus on the positive, to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation, and to trust that everything is working out for our good. As I look back on my own journey with prayer, I'm struck by the ways in which it has helped me to grow and evolve. I've learned to trust myself, to trust the process, and to trust that everything is working out for my good. And I've learned to see myself in a new light, to recognize my strengths and abilities, and to trust that I have the power to make positive changes in my life. Prayer has been a game changer for me, and I know it can be for you too. One of the things that's really struck me about prayer is its ability to help us navigate difficult emotions. When we're feeling anxious or scared, prayer can be a powerful way to calm down and focus. It can help us to shift our perspective, to see things in a new light, and to trust that everything is going to be okay. And when we're feeling sad or overwhelmed, prayer can be a source of comfort and solace. It can remind us that we're not alone, that there's a presence in the world that cares about us and wants to help us. I've been reading a lot about the connection between prayer and mental health, and it's fascinating to see how they intersect. Prayer can be a powerful tool for reducing anxiety and depression, and for cultivating a more positive mindset. It can help us to shift our focus, to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation, and to trust that everything is working out for our good. And it can remind us that we're not